Who were identified as the chosen in the New Testament? This is part 2. From my last video, we know the chosen are the elect. When the Son of Man returns on the clouds, he sends his angels down with a loud trumpet call, and they gather up his elect whom he had chosen. This event is often called the rapture. We get this from Matthew 24:30-31 and Mark 13:20. So for Matthew 24, then will appear the sign of the Son of Man in the heaven, and then all the peoples of the earth will mourn when they see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he will send his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds and from one end of the heavens to the other. Mark 13:20. Jesus told his disciples who were standing right there, if the Lord had not cut short those days, no one would survive. But for the sake of the elect whom he had chosen, he has shortened them. We can clearly state the elect were the chosen by God. These elect, the chosen, are those who are gathered up by the angels when the Son of Man returns in the clouds. The year was about 30. Jesus told his disciples who were standing there before him, some of them would not taste death before they saw the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. 2,000 years ago, Jesus said to his disciples who were standing there, "For the Son of Man is going to come in his Father's glory with his angels, and then he will reward each person according to what they have done. Truly I tell you, some who are standing here will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." Jesus said this around the year 30. So the Son of Man would return when they were older and some of them were still alive. That would be their own generation. Now let's forward to the year 63. Peter wrote a letter to the elect scattered throughout the provinces of Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. They had been chosen according to the foreknowledge of God the Father. By addressing the letter to the elect scattered throughout those provinces, Peter identified some of the chosen, the elect, at that time when he wrote the letter. About the year 30, Jesus told his disciples the Son of Man would return and gather the chosen, the elect, before all his disciples standing right there passed away. At that time, those disciples might have been the age of Jesus plus or minus 10 years, let's say 20 to 40 years old. In the year 63, those same disciples would be 63 plus or minus 10 years, or maybe 53 to 73. What did Peter say in the letter to the chosen in the year 63? In 1 Peter 1, "This inheritance is kept in heaven for you, who through the faith are shielded by God's power until the coming of the salvation that is ready to be revealed in the last time." He was chosen before the creation of the world, but was revealed in these last times for your sake. In other words, the inheritance was kept in heaven for the chosen elect in the year 63, and they were living in these last times. 1 Peter 2. Live such good lives among the pagans that, though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day he visits us. In the year 63, Peter seemed to believe the Son of Man would visit them. And 1 Peter 4, the end of all things is near. Therefore be alert and sober mind so that you may pray. But rejoice inasmuch as you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. For it is time for judgment to begin with God's household, and if it begins with us, what will the outcome be for those who do not obey the gospel of God? So in the year 63, Peter seemed to think the end of all things was near for them, and the time was near, and God's glory would be revealed to them, and soon the time for judgment would begin for them. Since Peter's letter was addressed to the elect scattered throughout the provinces of Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia, who had been chosen according to the foreknowledge of God the Father, then it would be safe to conclude Peter believed the end of all things was near for them, and that they believed the Lord's glory would be revealed to them, and the time for judgment would begin with them. Is there evidence the Son of Man returned for those chosen elect, and they were gathered up by the angels when some of the original disciples were older? The answer is yes. Does history support this? The answer is yes. My book, Prophecy Paradox, The Case for a First Century End Time, provides proof and documentation that all prophecy was fulfilled 2,000 years ago. You can find it at Amazon in the link below.